projector. 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 Alright. Wedging table. I'll wedge up some clay here. And the palm of my hand feels sore. What the hell? Why? Even my elbow kind of hurts too. That's kind of weird. Ah! Chill. Move that there. Move this kind of there. I got some stuff in my eye. Little ram's head wedge in here. Slowly push this down. Rotate that around. Get that little dreidel bottom cruising. And there you go. Wedge this up. This is going to be a smaller one. Look. A lot smaller amount of clay than the other two. This is maybe just above 2 pounds. Maybe even a little bit right at it. It's gonna be a smaller tree there. Give us a little spin. Okay. Camera C. So I just want to get this stuff out of here. So I got a bunch of chunky bits. Let's get some nice clean water to start off with here. I'll start with that. We'll keep on cruising. I'm gonna get my, where's my wet sponge at? Right here. And I have this right down here to just make sure I'm okay there. Someone said, hi chat. Hi Pottery Man, how's it going? It's going good. How are you, Kirby? Kirby. Alright. Camera A. Camera A. Pottery shelf. Green. Oh wait, hold on. Let me get in front of the thing. Green on. Good morning, chili dogs. What you focus on grows. Feed them horses. 3 more pots coming your guys' way. We're back to the stoneware again. This is second day. We got one of them's a little bit, a lot less clay than the other 2. But, so we're gonna have 1 small tree and 2 medium-sized trees. But let's get right into it. I still gotta edit and do the rest of this stuff for the rest of the night, so Yeah, anyway. Green, off. Camera C. My little slippers back on. Turn that off. Alrighty. Alright. Here we go. This is a small one, so we're going to start with this one. Camera B. Something I'm noticing right now is my hand's actually in a lot of pain. Sometimes I feel like the ligaments in my hands get like stretched out, and so it's okay. The right hand's really not doing that much as the left hand is, you know, but still kind of annoying. I'm gonna push that left hand forward. Slowly walk this up. I'm always trying to define like a little bump, right? Like when I go to the bottom, you'll see this little bump form, right? So I'm pushing in, and look, do you see how I have this little bump here? And that's what I'm taking up. I'm just taking up that little bump all the way to the top here. We're gonna swap over to camera A. Walk this up, and then you're going to slowly tilt this forward wherever it's wobbling. You're going to push that right hand forward, slowly walk that back up to that left hand. Bring this right down. Project that hand downward. Swap over to camera C. Camera C. That hammer fist is coming right down that middle part. Slowly walking backwards here. Okay, again, look, I'm always on that left third there. Bring that back a little bit. Take my two thumbs, push down. Get some water on the inside there. Take those back, almost like a little hook, right? Using my fingertips to cut through that base there. So walk that out to that edge there. Smooth out that bottom. Walk that over to the side. Okay. We're gonna grab our llama here. So llama's gonna come on in. What's up, guys? It's me, Mr. Llama. We're gonna start off with our first volcano of the day. I'll see you guys in a second. Camera B. Slowly right down to that bottom base and walking that llama towards us. As those other hands are slowly, that left hand is slowly projecting that forward. Also, I notice I have a weird spot right in this middle part here, so I'm going to kind of thin that out just a little bit. But there we got our volcano. The next thing you're going to want to do, have some water on that interior there. Take your knuckle, push that in very slowly. In your first couple pulls, you know, we always say that they're all about getting that clay equalized. Oh. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Right down to the bottom base. Take our finger, slowly push in again. And again, we're going to be slow because we want to just make sure whatever we have on this base is kind of nice and even. It's a little bit thin towards this top, so I'm going to slow down there. Also, I'm noticing I have a lot of clay water that's just dripping off right onto the thing there. That's not good. I just don't understand, why is it always leaking? Okay. Whatever. Color this in just a little bit. And so again, we are all just trying to get this clay equalized first, then we're gonna do a height pull. So I'm a little bit thin on the top, so I'm gonna have to chill out when I get up taller. So you see that in a second. Right down to the bottom base, right into the interior here. Push that exterior inwards, slowly take that finger, project a little bit of clay, a little bump right above that exterior hand, and then that's all you're doing. Is once you have this bump, you don't let go of that bump, and you're just slowly lifting it up like a baby bird, very slowly. Imagine that slug speed, always just going right up. You know, he's trying to get his next meal, but he can only move as fast as a slug can. We don't want as much tension on the top. We're going to be bringing it out when we do the tree form here. And so we're going to go with the centrifugal force. It's thinner on that top anyway, and we're going to go out wide. Okay. Well, here we go. We're going to get ready. We're going to do the interiors in a moment. We're just going to get some of this water out of the base here. Okay. How much water do I got out there? Yep, that should be good. We're going to start our little twist. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Okay. And if I want this to twist up more in this middle, right? I gotta have some more tension, or some more, basically I gotta thin out that clay, right? So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna thin that out towards that bottom. So then, when I bring this tension on the top, you can see how it wants to twist lower. And slowly allow that clay to twist up here. I want a little bit too wide, but we're gonna be slow. Off that clay, then kiss that rim. So you can see this is more of a bottom twist. It was thinner on that bottom base there. If we want, we could hold on to this and kind of twist this top up, but I think we're gonna leave it like this. Usually I don't get a lot of bottom twists. You know, it has this like funnel shape to it, but be kind of slow here. Keeping our eye on it if it wants to kind of totally dip over. You know, because centrifugal force is always gonna be wanting to throw this off if it's not perfectly centered, right? Again, I'm going to kick up this ledge here right on this bottom. There we go. Again, get ready. Do a little pinky pull. And here we go. On this one, you know, if I'm looking at this one, I feel like we would have to do some tendrils here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. I'm going to curl these in. Gotta be a little bit loose with these tendrils if you want them to look kind of naturally grown there, right? That's kind of the key with the tendrils. You want them to look like they just have manifested there. Get these a little twist up. Alright, a little more. And on these ones, we kind of wanted to stay wide like this, right? Also, we're starting to notice that it's wanting to twist a little bit, so we're gonna get a little tug toward that middle, so twisting that up just a tad, and you can see how it gives a lot more stability. That twist is what's going to keep that top from falling, right? down right to the bottom. And so you can see this tree is a little bit smaller than some of the other trees, right? This was about maybe around 2 pounds, right? But also you lose a lot of height when you twist this up. So camera A. All right, goated 1. Camera C. Camera B. Push this down just a little bit more. Okay. So push this down. Trying to make sure I don't get any clay or air folded up underneath there. Once I get that sealed, projecting that left hand, use your body weight to push that forward, right? There you go. You're gonna see it's all wanted to be twisted up. The harder your clay is, the more it wants to tear instead of stretch. So you're just gonna go up just one more time, and then you're gonna bring that down, and then you're gonna reset it. So you're realigning those particles, right? A little bit of water there. Right down to that base, push in a little bit. You can start seeing it wanting to come up when you're pushing forward there, right? And you're going right down to the bottom, you're carrying that up, right? Okay. Again, right down to that bottom base. Push that forward. And launch that clay up. We probably got one more after this. Camera A. Project that forward just a little bit. Right to the top. A little water, tilt that forward. Slowly using your right hand to push that forward. And then walk that back up to that other hand. And you go back down. Continue that pressure. We're going to swap over to camera C. Camera C is popping right over top. Right down. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Push your hand down and then walk this back towards yourself. Look where that left hand is. Oh, it's on that third over here, right? Get a little bit of water on that interior. Open this up. Push my fingers down with a little support from my right hand there. Or my left. Yep, nope, my right hand. Curling my left hand. A hook, right? Clawing right through that bottom layer, right? One finger, that middle finger is doing a lot of the cutting there. Imagine your finger is like a bead of water cutting through steel. Okay, a little bit of water. Smooth this out. I'm gonna get ready. If you're gonna look at this, so watch this. Camera B. You're gonna see this is like 2 chunks here. Before I do anything else, I wanna smooth this out so it's one homogeneous chunk, making sure I don't fold that other thing over, right? But I want this to be like one ring rather than a couple of different rings, right? And so there we go. And then we're gonna pop on over to say hello to our friend, camera C, Mr. Llama. Hey guys, we got another volcano coming your guys' way, the second pot. Let's get right into it. Oop, sorry, I just burped. Let's get right into it. Camera B. That's so funny. Slowly walking that llama hand back towards yourself as that left hand is pushing forward, right? And so there you go, you got your volcano. I was a little bit off on the volcano towards that base, and I think I went a little bit too thin right in this middle part. But we'll see in a second. I'm gonna grab my knuckle. And when you're at this base, you're slowly gonna push this in. When you're out wider, slowing your wheel down is a good idea, right? Somebody said, yo, Mr. Llama. So funny. Alright, call this in just a little bit. Okay. Back down to the bottom one more time. Slow that wheel down as you're pushing that base. You're pushing your knuckle down first, and then you're pushing it in, right? And you want to go slow when you're at that base because everything starts at that base. So if you're really off on the base, doesn't matter how center you get on this top, the base is still going to be thrown off. My knuckle just kind of got stuttered right on this. Alright. Okay. Again, a little bit of water. Color this in. Alright. Round that off. A bit of water on this top edge here. Hand going down. A little bit of water on our wrist. Getting ready for a hike pole here, so we're going to push in. So pushing in. Slowly taking my fingers. I'm dishing them out right over top. I'm just carrying up this bump all the way to the top edge here. So look how I keep that bump defined all the way through the pole. Slow down a little bit when I get to the top. And you see how the bump kind of dissipated when I got towards the top? Because it's already thin there, so I don't want to drag out a lot more clay than what I've already done, right? And so I don't want to get too thin on this top where it already is a little bit too thin. I think that's my biggest problem these days. I make this top a little bit too thin. Where it actually should be thicker than that bottom part, right? It helps getting that height having a little bit thinner of a taper, but I feel like I need to do a better job of just not finishing off the pole as strong. Okay. Again, I'm getting a lot of that water out of that base. Here we go. Right down to that bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little gentle when I go out to the top here. I want this to collapse in this middle part maybe a little bit more. And we're actually going to carry this twist down, so you're going to see. So if I hold it up here, naturally going to want to twist up, and I push this down a little bit, and I get ready, grab my hands, and I just want to bring this out wide. As you can see, I'm going to bring this out a little bit wider. Get ready, take that to its limit. Feels like it's going to collapse over to one side. Kiss that rim, and there we go. All right. And so you can see how it's off on this top is I didn't go as high on those twists. So watch, it's high, 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 low, right? And so just one off can change the whole entire dynamic of the piece. But I stopped viewing them as mistakes and started trying to think of them as opportunities. Right? And so if it's tilting over to one side, what does that allow us to do? allows us to play with the gesture, the pot a little bit, right? Okay. Kick up this edge here. Also, I'm looking at this a little bit. It looks like it's wanting to tilt a little bit over to one side. Maybe we can keep going with it. We just got to be careful because sometimes they'll want to actually totally tip over. A lean is okay, but a total twist is not. So I'm going a little bit too loud with the music here. Okay. Kick up this ledge here. Go. So I'm just lifting up the skirt of this tree here, right? I'm gonna do one pull, and then I gotta do the tangents here. Again, I'm still keeping my eye on it. How much is it leaning? I feel like I'm okay. Did it wrap too tight? No, every single one's a little bit different, right? So some of them need to be wrapped tight, some loose, some not at all. Some pause during the twist, right? But it's really wanting to lift or lean over. So we gotta hurry up and we gotta make this tangents to hopefully prop that up there. But look at that, it's really wanting to dip over. So we're gonna start up here then. I'm gonna do a double tangent. This tendril. We want this one to actually wrap up and around here, right? We got this other one here. Right up underneath this bottom. Smooth out that bottom base. With that lean, and hopefully that one's there is going to prevent that from totally dipping over. And we got to give it a little bit of a wave on this bottom here too. So here we go. Alright, clean up this bottom. So that's what you can do with the double tendril, and so hopefully we just gotta see how much of this lean wants to persist. Because I want to keep it leaning a little bit, but I don't want it to rip and tear, but let's have some faith in it, right? Alright, goated 1. You guys ready? Camera C. Camera B. Push down. Get ready. And take our left hand. And we're going to start projecting that left hand forward. And so watch that. Bring that clay up. And with one hand, you should be able to almost get it close to center, right? And that's all you're doing with that right hand, is it's acting as that wall. Can't push over anymore, so where does it go? It goes up, right? Get right down to the bottom and walk this up. We got one more, guys. Camera A. So it's gonna get wobbly on this top, but we don't freak out because what our focus is all on this bottom. So I'm taking my right hand, I'm slowly taking up this bottom. Look right underneath my hands. The top is getting wobbly, but right underneath my hands, do you see how it's right on center there? I'm a little bit thin, so I have a worry point is right there. But I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna bring this around. Bring that up, and you're gonna see that wobble in that middle. You're gonna lower that hand there, and you're gonna push that forward, and you're slowly gonna walk that right hand up to that left hand. Oh, we twisted it. Gotta make sure we're down here, and we're gonna meet them together, and that's how we're gonna keep that right on there. So we almost had to rip off that top, but if you have your hands in the right spot, you can really save a pot. Right down to that base. You ready? Push forward, get some water on there. See how it's wanting to already climb up a little bit? That's all you do, is you take that other hand and you just take that bump up. All right. Dun, 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 dun. All right, here we go. Sometimes he eats them. That's so funny. All right, then I'm gonna swap over to camera C. So camera C, camera C, there we go. And look at where my left hand is, always on that left third, right? I slowly push down, and I slowly walk back. There we go. Again, take that fist, project that downwards, and slowly walk that over, right? And there you go. Now you got your hockey puck. You're going to slowly project your two thumbs down. No air bubbles, great. You're going to take your finger, you're going to cut right across this bottom. Smooth out that base. We want to go pretty thin, right? And why is that? Is because trying to get as much of that clay up into this corner so that I can bring that up to maximize that height, right? I'm also going to make sure I don't go too thin right at the corner though, because this is going to be brought all in and become part of the wall of the pot here. So we're going to ask our friend of the stream one last time. Mr. Llama! Mr. Llama, where you at? Hey, what's up guys? Me, Mr. Llama. We're bopping right now to some music. We got another volcano to go. This is the last volcano of the day. Let's see where it takes us. See you guys in a second. Peace. Camera B. Right down to that base. So Llama's biting right on that rim and slowly walking back towards us as our left hand is slowly pushing forward. And they're coming almost across each other. You know, you're not going right towards center, you're going right past it. And there you go. Krakatoa. Open that up. Grab your knuckles. Slow down at this base, right? Why are we slowing down? Because it's wider. It's going to be traveling more distance. Even though I'm going a little bit slower, right? It's going to be traveling more distance because it's a little bit wider, right? So whenever it's doing that, I always kind of slow my wheel down, and as I'm going up and more narrow, right, more towards that center, I'm going to speed up so I can match that same distance speed traveled. Does that kind of make sense, guys? I hope so. I'm going to bring this in here. Round that top off. Again, start from that base, get some water on the inside there. Right down to that bottom. I got a bunch of this stuff wanting to come off, so we're not even going to worry about that. Again, grab our knuckle. And we're going to be slow on the base because we always want to start slow towards that base. Get it established, because if we speed past that base and it's not established, we're not pulling up a good pole, right? And I'm really thin on this top, so I gotta make sure I don't do a lot of a bump on this top, right? But you can see how all of a sudden from a volcano, we're starting to get a cylinder. Again, we're gonna call this up one more time. Round that off. Okay, right down to the bottom. Right down. Project that clay inward first. Meet that finger on the inside. Finger on the inside slowly drifting up above the finger on the exterior. And look at that, we have this bump. It's the quest the clay gives us, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly take this bump up. We're waiting until we get halfway when we start feeling it's thin. Is it thin yet? No, 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 now it's thin. So look at me diminish that bump. Do you see how it just kind of goes away? Making sure I don't pull extra amount of clay on that top there, right? Your hands are like two little data cables. They're informing you on what the clay is allowing for, right? Listen to what your hands are saying. Listen to the clay. I gotta get all this watery stuff out of this base here. My clay, this is what happens when your water is too thick with slip. It's gonna be hard for your sponge to absorb it, right? Euros? Why would a sandwich be good at doing this? Okay, here we go. Ah, I hit that rim. You can see my finger kind of bit into that, so we gotta make sure we kind of fix that up real quick. Right down to the bottom. Pick this up. Exaggerate. And if I feel that it's a little bit thicker towards this middle, I'm going to be a little bit more intentional when I stretch that clay out at the bottom there. So then when I have some tension on this top, and watch that just twist on up. There we go. Kiss that rim. There we go. Push this clay down. Okay, gonna pop up this ledge here, right? We still have a little bit more to do. We gotta figure out what we want on the skirt of this tree here. I haven't done any petals today, so maybe petals are the way to go. Right up underneath there enough so I can fit my pinky underneath there. How long have I been doing this? Do you need a lunch break? I've been doing this for 4.5 years, and do I need a lunch break? No. I ate some rice and ground beef before I came online, so I'm good for right now. Okay. Slow it down a little bit. Speed it up a little bit. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring this in. Bring this in, bring this in, bring this in, right? And from 8, you get 4 petals. Look at that, guys. I'll show you. Camera C? Camera C? So you can see the 4 petals here, guys. Kind of looks cool. But here we go. So you gotta feel the beat, the rhythm of the wheel spinning, so you can lock those numbers in, right? Sometimes we end up with an odd number though. Those are sad days. Even numbers give us these nice little petals. But anyway, Camera A. I'll see you guys in a second. Goated 1. Here we go, guys. I need you guys to send me some energy, okay? Why is this considered live? What are you talking about, bro? Why are you considered a legend 5K? Are you a runner? Alrighty, here we go, guys. So I really need you guys to send me some energy. It's like I'm charging a spirit bomb, and for me to use my powers, I need some energy. So raise your hands to the sky, guys. Give me some energy. Pretend there's been 5 episodes since 3 seconds ago. So 5 more episodes of me charging this energy. You guys ready? Green on. Ooh, 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 ooh. We're gonna get ready for some pottery dance moves. You guys ready? So this is, say you just got done firing your pots. And you gotta check the kiln. So you're gonna open the kiln, close the kiln, open the kiln, close the kiln. It's too hot, you can't pull the pots out yet, right? Close the kiln, open the kiln. Here we go. You gotta pick those pots out. Pick those pots out. Pick those pots out. Here we go. Here we go. Examine the pots. Examine the pots. Examine the pots. Here we go. We got a little pottery review for you guys. We got a 4 petal right here. This one was pretty cool. I think the actual veins of the tree aren't doing anything too crazy, but I think you always gotta have some of them that are a little bit different. I think the key with these ones is all about that middle twist. Look, a larger, looser, right? Tighter, twisted all the way, full extension of the whole pot here. This one's more focused towards that middle, right? But they're all doing that in a different way. We got the petals on this one. We got the double tandron here. We had a little bit of lean on that top. And so as it was leaning over this way a little bit, I have those 2 tandrons sort of peeking up there, right? Kind of giving that pot a little bit of a gesture, right? Those patterns, like what you see on the top there, is now becoming appendages, right? Really laying into the gesture of the pot there. And then we got the one on the top. Nothing too special about it. I do like the contrast between the base and the top and that middle part. Almost that hourglass figure there. But here we go. Thank you for watching. All the best and strong mentality. Okay, guys, that's all of them. So, if you guys have any questions, let me know and I can answer some of them. Especially if I didn't get to them over the past couple minutes when I was doing all my dancing and stuff. Oh yeah, camera C, green off. And we're gonna turn this off. Oh, dang. Sorry, this is gonna make a sound for a second. There we go. And maybe I want the music back. This is kind of like sad music though. This has Kirby on it. Let's choose this one. It sounds like music from Ratchet and Clank. Right? Or am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong there. Oopsies, I kind of kicked that.
Yeah.
Alright, we gotta turn this down just a tad though. Alrighty. Someone said I only came here for the dance, and that's so funny. Do you like my freaking pottery dance moves, yo? Well, there's a lot of work piece. Here, are all this work yours, or is this place a rental one? This is all my stuff, so watch. Camera C. Camera C. So I'll show you. So these are all my pots. These are the ones I just finished, right? So these are all my pots. All the ones on the shelves are like finished things, right? And then I got all these pots over here. So I got some more pots. I got all those pots, and I got all these pots, right? And so that's kind of my whole little basement area. And then you guys already saw the room full of pots, right? So that's like a spare bedroom full of pots. And then my dining and living room is also full of pots. Camera A. You eat clay? I've eaten a few clay before. Let me know if you want to see a pottery edit of me eating clay. Where and when can we buy those? They're not fired. Not a single one's fired. I'm at 1,040, I think, maybe now. I can't really. I'm in the 1,030, 1,040 area right now. What do you do with all these pots? They're little, like, think of them as like visual representations of hours you've dedicated to something, right? And when you surround yourself like that, you like build your confidence, right? And so these are all like physical reflections of the time I've dedicated to something. They're not really about the pots at all. They're just like indicators towards hours and time, right? Towards one goal, you know, just making these trees every single day. They fill me with a lot of power. Will you sell them anytime soon? Maybe one time. It'll be a little bit though. I gotta finish glazing them. I haven't even glazed a single one or fired any of them, right? Please, eating clay edit? Yeah, we can do that. Alright, do you guys want me battling King Clay? Or do you want me like getting ready to play like Mario Kart of me eating clay? Which one do you guys want? I feel like battling King Clay, that's a better one and it's more epic. So hold on. Alright, so you guys saw me eat King Clay's crown, right? So, there you guys go. Hell yeah, brother. What the fuck? Cringe. I knew I should have done shrooms today. That's so funny. You're hoarding, my guy. For normies, it's enough to know that we work hard. You are over collecting. Please sell them. Your hours of hard work will be appreciated by all over the globe. It's not about that, right? For me, it's like they're not even a. The best way I can think of it, like I don't even think myself as a potter, right? Like if somebody's like they view a problem with themselves, maybe it's like in this particular instance somebody thinks they're overweight or something, and so they start running every single day. I don't know if I call them a runner, right? There's someone who's trying to fix something that they've deemed a problem, right? And so in the same way, like these pots are me trying to fix some problem elsewhere, right? So I'm not even a potter, right? And so I'm just trying to figure it out and try to fix things that I think are problems, right? And so I just don't want to sell them yet because it wasn't the goal, right? And I feel like if I start selling them, then it's taking me away from that goal in the first place, right? In the back of a warehouse. Oh, I have a dream one day of like owning just a warehouse with nothing in it. Just I fill the whole floor with pots. It's all you see is just a sea. You can't even. You were so overwhelmed visually from the hours that you're trying to imagine, right? Like that's what I want for the pots. Like I want to be able to forget the pots that I make. Like when I look at them, I'm just like, what the heck even is that? Someone asked me, do I smoke pot? What? I fire my pots. I'm assuming that's what you meant there, Christian. So funny. We finally got him to eat clay. That's so funny. I have a lot more. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. I feel like the Kirby vibe is so cool right now. You should start planting the trees in some of them. That's so funny. That's dope to see of pots. We're getting eating clay before Silk Song in GTA 6. That's so funny. Alright. I'll give you guys one more pottery edit and then I'm going to head out, okay? I gotta start editing this footage. Sometimes this takes a while. Okay, properties. Dun, dun, dun. You guys couldn't hear me at all. That's so funny. I was like jamming out and you guys just saw me like silently boogieing. That's so funny. Alright guys, I'll see you guys around. Computer? Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.